sharing challenges and sharing solutions. For this final section of the day, we'd just like to throw open the opportunity. I was going to say throw open the task and a sort of firing line here. The members of the task and finishing group are available to just to answer sort of any questions that you have in your mind still, maybe as a result of the discussions, sort of questions that you would still like some clarity or some resolution on. Maybe just some thoughts or reflections about where you see the priorities being next after today, and whether it's a question or whether it's a point or an observation or reflection, we'll invite members of the Task and Finish group to share their thoughts as well. So, over to you. This never happens with students, does it? They're always share questions. Yes.
Well, one question that could go to all 6 panelists in a sentence. Where do you see, how do we take the process forward? What do you think?
In a sentence. Lots of clauses. Let's start. Who wants to go first? Who wants to?
I think.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm thinking now, we're sitting here, that Task and Finish group is a misnomer, and it's never going to be. I think that's, I don't think there is going forward, we're going to collect everything that you've said today, everything, and see what we do with it. See what people want, and try and support as many people as we can to move forward. In very different ways, because I think I always knew, even before today, that everybody's situation is different, but some of the things that people have said today, I thought, oh blimey, I don't know what I'd have done in that situation. So we've learned something as well, and we've learned that perhaps we need to adapt to and think about other ways. So I think the way forward is just to keep on making some space for people to contribute and to get things from, I think. I don't know what anybody else wants to add to that.
I think one of the key things is sharing experience and sharing knowledge, and also being able to share sort of the evaluations, which seems like a key thing that for me has come out of today, that in order to engage other people in the benefits of embedding, we need to somehow share the effectiveness of embedding, even if it's our own experiences and what we've got that we can use for other people to take to their teaching and learning boards or whatever. So for me it's about sharing experience and being able to prove the effectiveness of embedding to those that are a bit more sceptical.
I think although we're talking about the online resource, really in a sense the resource is all of us here, and that's just where it will be. So I think the really important thing is that, having got everybody together, that the sharing does go on, and that we are resources for each other.
I'd like to say, I thought that the skills at Huddersfield site that they produced, the fact that it was facing discipline staff, which might not have suited some of us as learning developers, I think was brilliant, because it is often the discipline staff that are going to be tasked to do it. So to see positive examples from their own point of view, I think is actually a really good idea. Maybe just capture a few of their voices or vidcasts on there so they can say how it worked for them and how exciting it was for them to work with people like us. That would be good. That's the point.
So I think somebody mentioned the student voice, and I think that is an area that we haven't really followed, and we really could. And I think because the idea of students as partners is growing very much, and it's taking strength, and it should be. And I think student unions or other sources of access to students, get the student voice on as evidence, is very important.
It's a question about Huddersfield site. Do you know how much the teaching staff refer to the resources that you've got together? It's a question of having. They're there, but do they actually?
Well, when you say going forward, generally going forward specifically, that's one of the challenges for us. Because again, we get the same people visiting the site. Yeah. We do, there are still people that we haven't actually.
Stay on their own tracks, unless you somehow.
So we're working on it. We're again, teaching and learning committee is
conference
at the conference. We've got, you know, we've got it up there at the conference coming. But again, you know, I don't know if any of you at teaching learning conferences, again, it's the same people. That, you know, there's still that nut to crack, isn't there? But I think the momentum is building. You know, I think, you know, there is the pressure for people to actually take this on board, and so it's not as successful as we thought it might have been. We you know, we have, but there are little successes. You know, like if somebody mentions something, we'll say, oh, actually, there's an example of that on our, you know, and I'll send you a link, and you know, so we've gradually just.
I think we need to get out more, publicise a bit more. I've been trying.
Very much in the CPD.
Well,
So
I mean, you're calling the fact that it wasn't a success because not everybody. I mean, I don't.
well, no,
I think you're undermining what you're.
Yeah, I just think
it's wonderful.
you know we still meet a lot of people who say I don't know what you're talking about. I suppose that to me, you know,
I think we could all say that about all of our services, and I don't see that as an. I mean, I suppose it comes down to what are we trying to do when it comes to embedding? Are we trying to just you know, force it down everyone's throat if that's not what they think would be valuable, or were we trying to do what I think you're doing and what I think is more valuable, is where we speak to the people that are really interested in teaching and learning, speak to the people that probably need it in terms of perhaps, I don't know, feedback from tutors or the QA or whatever it means, and then
just get them to recognise.
you know, I wouldn't see that as devalued just because everybody's not looking at it.
And I think if we get the full for the
No,
next...
I know, I wasn't. No, I know, but I think you were seeing it as just that you don't need to see it as negative because not everybody's looked at it.
And a glass half empty kind of.
I think the next, hopefully we get the funding for the next stage of the project, I think we want to be more staff based, and then that will be part of staff development and resources for staff to take it forward, actually looking at it on teaching and learning. So hopefully that will give us more
I mean,
publicity as well.
I think our staff development unit are very open to, you know, and they will say if you want to put a course on this, then come and do it. You know, they are actually quite open, and that's something that we've talked about. Whether anybody will turn up, I don't know. I don't. So there you go.
To invite any other questions or observations?
Well, it's not really a question.
Go for it.
Still thinking through. I think one of the most interesting things for me coming up today would be the idea of the mentoring and using this kind of community in a practical way, rather than just sort of a general sense. I'm just wondering how best one would do that, because there are things that I would probably like to discuss with this group that I wouldn't necessarily want to post on the ALDinHE list, because some of the colleagues, I'd rather discuss some of these issues in a slightly smaller group. I'm just wondering, would the WordPress be the place to do that, or would it be best to have individual mentors? I'm just wondering how we could organise that.
Certainly the experience I've had in terms of going off and visiting other institutions has happened quite organically. I've met people that I thought, I can connect with where you are, and I've gone to visit them and got some value out of that. I don't think had I been asked to post something like online, not knowing them, I would have been able to do that. So I mean, certainly as part of our participation on the group, I hate to speak to everyone without, you know, agreement, that we would all be completely open for people approaching us and kind of talking to us about that individually, if we wanted to. I mean, I think what we'll add to the site as soon as we can is our own short kind of profiles or individual stories, so people can feel like if they want to get in touch with people,
contact us.
I think you said that, I just wanted to check.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, some people might be more comfortable doing it in that sense, but I feel like in order, if it's a particular thing that it's probably more complex than you can sum up in a...
Yeah, I was just wondering if somebody's in a particular circumstance and you might say, okay, I'm thinking about doing this, these are my particular challenges. Has anybody got any experience of this kind of scenario that you could share?
Yeah, I think it would be a good idea also for people to nominate themselves onto that list as well. You know, if somebody felt they had certain expertise or something, leave their contact details, and we could use the sort of for people to, you know, cook up or connect with people that had that might be good ideas.
And certainly that could also link up with people writing about their embedding journeys or what they've done, because that will show the areas of experience, and you can maybe add, you know, and I would be willing for people to contact me about this, so that we would have that whole pool, because it's not just us, it's there's loads of you out there who've got done things might be very appropriate to talk to.
Are we there? Okay, well, thanks very much.
Thank you.